Did you know that there is a tea secretly mentioned in the Bible with surprising spiritual powers that could radically change your life? A tea so powerful that it has remained hidden in the scriptures for centuries, waiting to be discovered in these difficult times. Today, you are going to learn the hidden truth about Soursop Tea, a powerful spiritual weapon that God Himself revealed, but that many have overlooked. Why do you think that, despite so many miracles and real testimonies, this tea continues to be ignored by most people? Stay with me until the end, because today, for the first time, we will reveal the biblical secret that will forever change your health, your spiritual life, and the way you see everything around you. This truth is so powerful that I am obliged to warn you right now. Do not drink Soursop tea without knowing this. Get ready, because what you will discover today could be exactly what you have been waiting for your whole life. This part is important. If you believe in God and in manifesting a life full of abundance, comment, "I believe in God and all the blessings present in my life. Amen." Before revealing to you how exactly Soursop tea can transform your life, I need you to understand something fundamental. Everything, absolutely everything on this earth, was created by God with a specific purpose. Nothing, listen carefully, nothing is a coincidence. The Bible teaches us that every plant has a hidden spiritual purpose, a divine reason for which it was placed in this world. If the scriptures speak of life, of the olive tree, of hyssop, why wouldn't they speak of something as powerful as Soursop? Did you know that since very ancient times, wise men and prophets used Soursop leaves to heal not only the body, but also the spirit? Listen carefully, because this secret is ancient and sacred. The Bible clearly says in Genesis 1:29, "I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of all the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food." But does it only speak of physical food? Today you will discover that it does not. Plants are spiritual weapons, divine instruments, used to fight against physical and spiritual illnesses. God left nothing to chance. He created everything with purpose. Imagine for a moment a dark night in a small village in Mexico. A humble adobe house, the wind blowing softly, and a single candle lit on the table, illuminating the face of an elderly woman. She is Lady Martha, grandmother to many, but also a mother to broken hearts. She has been praying for weeks because her grandson became seriously ill. They already took him to the doctor, to healers, even to churches, but nothing changed. That night, while the village sleeps, Lady Martha remembers the words of her own mother. "When you find no remedy, seek the medicine that God placed on earth, and speak to Him with faith." She goes out to the yard among banana and corn plants, and with trembling hands, she picks bright green soursop leaves. She washes them with well water, lights the candle, and in silence boils the leaves, while softly repeating Psalm 91. "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty." The kitchen is filled with a sweet and deep aroma. Lady Martha is not only looking to heal her grandson's body. She knows there are ills that cannot be seen, nightmares that nobody understands, anxieties with no name. And there, in that simple ritual, the invisible miracle happens. The child sleeps in peace for the first time in weeks. The next day, the fever goes down. The atmosphere in the house is transformed. There was no magic, no trick, only faith, action, and nature as a bridge between the human and the divine. Did you know that hundreds of stories like Lady Martha's have been passed down from generation to generation, in silence, almost as a shameful secret? Why hide what is a miracle? The enemy fears simple faith, the kind that is activated in the kitchen, that doesn't wait for permission to believe. Do you know someone who needs that miracle today? Tag them, share this. And if you yourself have experienced something similar, tell your story down below. Maybe your testimony will be the spark that lights the next candle in someone else's night. Many people think that the Bible only talks about great miracles, prophecies, and wars. But if you look closely, on every page, natural wisdom is hidden. Hyssop for purification, the olive tree for healing, the vine for blessing, the fig tree for warning, the juniper to strengthen Elijah in his weakness, and manna, bread from heaven, as a symbol of constant provision, and soursop. Although it is not mentioned by name, its spirit is present in the promise of Genesis. I give you every plant that yields seed. They shall be yours for food and medicine. The people of Israel knew the value of plants. The prophets used oils, balms, and roots to seal covenants, break curses, and restore health. Jesus himself, when he healed the blind man, spat on the ground, made mud, and applied it to the eyes of the sick man. Why? Because the divine joins with the natural for the miracle to manifest. Soursop tea is not just a drink. It is a symbol, a reminder that God can use the simplest things to bring down the darkest strongholds. And what if today you decide to see your kitchen as an altar? What if your faith is activated not only in church, but in the daily act of preparing tea, of praying while boiling leaves, of declaring health and freedom with every sip? The next time you drink soursop tea, repeat with conviction, God, thank you for what is simple, for what is hidden from the wise and revealed to the humble. May this drink be medicine for my body and a shield for my spirit. We live in times where the spiritual seems invisible, but its effects are more real than ever. Have you ever wondered why there are homes where everything breaks, sadness never leaves, money is never enough, and health weakens for no medical reason? The Bible says it clearly. We do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly realms. The enemy uses forgetfulness as a strategy. He makes you forget the power of prayer, the authority of the word, and also the weapons that God left in nature. Remember the stories of grandmothers. In every generation, when a family faced ruin, someone would return to nature for the forgotten remedy. A soursop branch, a powerful prayer, and the cycle of oppression was broken. Did you know that many witches and sorcerers fear the soursop? Because they recognize that it is a consecrated plant, unable to be used for evil when God's name is invoked over it. Maybe nobody ever told you this before, but not everything is by chance. Spiritual oppression, recurring illness, chronic anxiety are often the result of open doors, old covenants, or simple spiritual neglect. Today is the day to close cycles, to anoint your house, to declare the word, and to prepare the tea with the conviction that the natural and the divine are on the same side. Do not ignore the signs. Make soursop your sword and your shield. Share if you have ever felt that invisible war. Your testimony may arm others to fight their own battles. Science and faith, opposites or allies. Throughout history, science and faith have been seen as enemies. But the truth is, real science ends up confirming what faith has declared all along. The world's most advanced laboratories have studied soursop. They discovered compounds in its leaves and fruit capable of fighting damaged cells, strengthening the immune system, helping the liver, and reducing inflammation. But what science cannot explain is the phenomenon of miracles. People who, by combining soursop tea with prayer, experience healing in areas that medicine had already given up on. Researchers call it the placebo effect, but faith calls it the God effect. The Bible says, "To those who believe, all things are possible." What if science is only beginning to scratch the surface of what God put in nature? What if the miracles of the past are just waiting for the brave who dare to believe in what is simple? Do your own experiment. Take soursop tea while praying, declaring health and freedom. Record the changes in your life and share your results here. Human science ends where true faith only begins. The ritual of awakening. How to prepare soursop tea as a spiritual weapon. Dawn breaks in the village. The light slowly comes through the window and the singing of birds mixes with echoes of the past. In every humble home in Latin America, there is a tradition that persists, silent yet powerful. Preparing soursop tea as a sacred ritual, a declaration of faith. Today you are not just going to prepare a tea, You are going to awaken an ancient legacy, an inheritance that crossed generations and survived wars, crises, persecution, and forgetfulness. Stop, breathe deeply, and decide that every step will be a conscious act of connection with God and the earth. Start by washing your hands, not just to clean them physically, but as an act of purification. While the water runs, imagine all your worries and burdens being washed away. Clean hands are a symbol of a heart ready to receive. Go to where you keep the soursop leaves. Take them slowly. Look at them closely. Their deep green color, the subtle but firm aroma, the soft and almost waxy texture. Do not think this is just a plant. Remember what the word says. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. Pause and pray. It doesn't matter if your prayer is short or long. What matters is that it's sincere. You might say, for example, God, just as you created these leaves for blessing, use me today as a channel of your peace. May everything I prepare in faith be medicine for my house, for my body, for my soul. Pour clean water into the pot. Choose clean water, preferably filtered or spring water if you can. Remember that water is a symbol of the spirit and of life. As the pot heats, place the leaves in, breaking them a little with your fingers, so they release their essence, their oil, their power. Now comes the crucial moment. As the water boils and the leaves dance, lift your voice and recite Psalm 23 or Psalm 91. Don't be afraid to do it out loud, even if you are alone. Let the sound of your faith fill the space. Do it calmly, as if you were talking to a close friend. If you want, you can play soft background music, but don't let anything distract you from the main thing. God, may this tea be a shield and sword for my home. May no plague touch my family. May every curse be broken and every blessing activated. Let the aroma fill the house. While you wait, observe. Do you feel the atmosphere change? Do you notice peace? Some people say that the environment feels lighter, that anxiety goes away, that children sleep better. When the tea is ready, strain it carefully and serve it in a special cup. Don't take that first sip in a rush or while doing something else. Drink it standing in the kitchen or looking out the window. Drink slowly, feeling the warmth go down your throat and reach your stomach. Now, before you take another sip, make your prophetic declarations. I declare healing over my body in the name of God. No weapon formed against my family will prosper. May prosperity and peace dwell in this house. Do not be afraid to repeat the declarations or change the words. Speak from the heart, as if signing an invisible covenant. If you want to further enhance the spiritual power, set aside a small glass of the tea. Take it around the house, sprinkling a little in every corner, every door, while saying, "This house belongs to God. Here only blessing enters. Here only light dwells." Do this for 7 days in a row, but be intentional. Observe and note what changes, no matter how small. Do you argue less? Do you sleep better? Do you feel more united as a family? Sometimes miracles don't come like thunder or lightning, but like small sunrises after many dark nights. When you finish, sit down and write in a notebook what you felt. If you want, share it below. Thousands of people need to read your story to dare to begin. This ritual is not magic, nor witchcraft. It is an act of faith, a declaration of trust in what God put on earth and what His Word says. Share this guide with someone who needs hope. And remember, every cup, every prayer, every leaf counts in the invisible battle for peace and well-being in your home. The story no one told you, plants, the spirit, and the hidden enemy. Remember, how many times in the midst of tiredness or illness did your grandmother or mother turn to a plant before a pill? Did you ever notice the silent faith with which they cut a leaf, washed it, boiled it, and gave it to you to drink? Behind that act are centuries of ancestral and spiritual wisdom. When God put Adam and Eve in Eden, He didn't just give them food. He gave them protection and medicine, spiritual weapons disguised as nature. But there is an uncomfortable truth. The enemy knows the power of nature better than many believers. That's why, throughout history, knowledge of plants has been persecuted, ridiculed, and in some cases, profaned by practices that have nothing to do with genuine faith. In the Bible, prophets used branches to sweeten bitter waters, oil to anoint kings, hyssop to cleanse lepers, mud to open eyes, wine to heal wounds. Every natural element had a spiritual purpose, and soursop, though not mentioned by name, is part of that heritage. There are cultures where soursop is called the fruit of life or the tree of faith. Its use goes far beyond physical health. In remote communities, elders prepare the tea as an act of consecration before important events, weddings, plantings, births, even spiritual battles. Did you know that in some towns, the steam from soursop leaves was used to cleanse the home of negative presences? They would sprinkle the walls and doors, not out of superstition, but because they believed in the authority given by God to all His creation. But the enemy wants you to ignore this, to mock it, to say, "This doesn't work," because he knows that ignorance leaves you defenseless. Do you have doubts about whether this is right? Read Romans 14:14. I know and am convinced in the Lord Jesus that nothing is unclean in itself, but to him who thinks anything to be unclean, to him it is unclean. Don't let fear or unbelief rob you of your blessing. True faith examines everything and keeps what is good. Think back. What plant, remedy, or custom did you inherit from your ancestors? Have you ever seen a miracle in something simple? Share it here. Your story is worth gold. The war no one sees. Oppression, deliverance, and the map of your home. In many homes, there are rooms where no one wants to be. Cold corners, places where arguments repeat themselves or where dreams seem to fade. Many people think this is just coincidence, but the Bible reveals that the enemy seeks out desolate places to inhabit. Have you ever wondered why some people feel heaviness, tiredness, or sadness just by entering their house? Spiritual oppression is real, and many times it enters through open doors. Negative words, resentment, fights, hidden habits, or simple spiritual neglect. Soursop tea, when prepared and used with faith, is a prophetic act of cleansing and restoration. Imagine for a moment, 7 days, a little tea in every corner, prayers spoken aloud, background music praising God. Each day, a step, a declaration, an invisible wall falling. You can make a spiritual map of your house. Draw each room. Mark with colors where you feel heaviness or conflict. Make a list of names, memories, events that happened there. Each day, pray and sprinkle the tea while declaring, "In this place, the light of God overcomes all darkness. Here only peace, health, and prosperity will dwell." Deliverance is not always immediate or dramatic. Sometimes it is like opening a window after years of being shut in. The air changes, the light comes in, dreams return. I've seen families restored, children sleep peacefully again, marriages stop fighting, all because of an act of faith repeated with perseverance. Have you tried it? Would you like to document the changes? Invite your family, involve the children, make spiritual cleansing a tradition. Leave your experience in the comments and help encourage others. What may seem small to you, for someone else could be the start of their miracle. Imagine for a moment the scene: a damp yard at sunrise, the crowing of roosters and mist covering the garden plants. In the kitchen, the sound of firewood crackling, the rhythmic tapping of spoons, steam rising in an almost mystical spiral. At the center of that scene is a woman, maybe a grandmother, a mother, an aunt, or the neighbor from the corner. She doesn't wear a cape or a crown, but she is the queen of her home. She doesn't need titles to exercise authority. Her word is law because it comes with love, faith, and years of silent struggle. These women are the true guardians of sacred secrets. They don't just prepare food or remedies. They set the spiritual atmosphere of the home. They know that when someone gets sick, it's not enough to run to the pharmacy. First, you look for the root in the soul, in the family story, in unspoken words, in wounds that haven't healed. That's why, before anyone wakes up, they are there, picking fresh soursop leaves from the tree, washing them carefully as if they were precious stone. While the leaves boil, they pray. not a mechanical or repeated prayer, but words full of purpose. God bless my home, heal my loved ones. May this tea be shield and medicine. May your peace be stronger than any sickness. Maybe you remember your grandmother repeating those words, or your mother whispering prayers as she cleaned the table. They knew, even without reading science or self-help books, that there are invisible forces that can only be defeated with faith, perseverance, and love. When they served the Soursop tea, it wasn't just to calm a fever or physical pain. It was an act of spiritual warfare against sadness, fear, exhaustion, and darkness. These women didn't just heal bodies, they restored entire families. They could gather everyone at the table, stop arguments with a word, and spark hope with a look. And it all began at that secret altar, the kitchen. There reconciliations were forged, covenants made, promises of a better future spoken. Who else but them could see the value of every leaf, every aroma, every spoonful? It didn't matter if their hands were worn from work. Every scar was a reminder of their dedication, their selfless service, their silent covenant with life. But today, in a world that runs and forgets, many have stopped honoring that altar. The rush, cell phones, and fast food have slowly replaced the sacred time of the table, the tea, the conversation, and the morning blessing. Yet the legacy is still there, waiting to be revived. Every time you prepare Soursop tea and pray with faith, you join an unbroken chain of brave, wise, humble, and powerful women. They overcame plagues, droughts, sorrow, loss, and even witchcraft, just with faith and what is natural. Today, maybe it's you who needs to light the fire, wash the leaves, and pray for your family. Maybe you are a man and have never done it before, but feel called to honor this tradition. It's not too late. The kitchen altar is waiting for everyone, regardless of gender or age. Imagine if every home brought back that custom, a daily moment of prayer, tea, words, unity. How many fights could we avoid? How many illnesses would heal faster? How many children would return home? How many promises of God would be remembered again? Try it. This week, invite your family. Prepare Soursop tea together. Pray, laugh, tell stories of grandparents, childhood, and miracles. Make it part of your routine as an act of love and faith. If you have a family recipe, a powerful anecdote, or a tradition that marked you, share it in the comments. You never know whom you might inspire, whom you might save from forgetfulness, whom you might help restore faith. Today, we honor all those anonymous women whose prayers still protect entire families, even when they are no longer physically here. May their example inspire you not to let the fire of your home's altar die out. And if you are one of those women, or aspire to be, right here, I am a guardian of faith in my home. Let's make this community a tribe of warriors who do not fear the darkness, because they carry light in their hands and hope in their hearts. Imagine for a moment that you could travel between two worlds. On one side, the gleaming laboratory of a modern hospital, with scientists dressed in white, microscopes, and test tubes. On the other, a humble kitchen with a dirt floor and firewood, where a mother or a grandmother boils soursop leaves with the same faith with which Moses raised his staff in the desert. They may seem like opposite worlds, but both seek the same thing: miracles. In the hospital, doctors study soursop and discover what popular wisdom always knew. This plant has compounds called acetogenins, powerful for fighting damaged cells, strengthening the immune system, helping the liver, and even relieving chronic pain. Scientific articles, university theses, and international studies have been published in laboratories in the United States, Germany, Japan, and Latin America. Soursop is treated almost like green gold, a promise for the medicine of the future. But meanwhile, in every corner of the Americas there are homes where the scientific miracle is only half the story. There, soursop is much more than molecules. It is the witness of prayers poured out, of tears turned into hope, of words of faith repeated day after day. Remember, scientists speak of the placebo effect, the mysterious improvement that occurs when someone believes with all their heart that they will be healed. They call it coincidence, but those who have experienced the power of faith know it is a spiritual law, stronger than any diagnosis. Faith moves mountains, opens paths, transforms molecules. Was it not Jesus who taught that the miracle begins in belief, in the invisible, before it is seen in the body? There are testimonies of people given up for lost, terminally ill, to whom medicine gave only weeks. On the advice of a loved one, they began drinking soursop tea, but they did it as an act of faith, praying, declaring, asking God for direction, peace, and strength. Some improved quickly. Others found in faith the strength to live with dignity and without fear, even if medicine could not explain it. I have known mothers who, seeing their child sick, did not sleep for weeks. Desperate, they tried everything, until one night, in tears, they prepared soursop tea and prayed without holding back. Lord, do your will, but if it is possible, heal him. The next morning, the fever went down. The crying turned into a smile. Science may call it coincidence. Mothers and grandmothers call it a miracle. Researchers can keep analyzing, and that's fine. Science is an ally of faith, not its enemy. In fact, in the Bible, wisdom was always a gift from God, just like nature. But there is a line that science cannot cross: the mystery of love, the power of prayer, the strength of a united family, believing that God can use what is simple for what seems impossible. Do your own experiment. If you have an illness, anxiety, or a difficult diagnosis, don't abandon your medical treatment, but add the power of soursop tea prepared with faith, with prayer, with gratitude. Write down every change, every feeling, every small improvement, and when the miracle happens, be it physical, emotional, or spiritual, don't keep it to yourself. Share it here. Write it in the comments. Engrave it in your heart. Ask questions. Share doubts. Science and faith can walk together. Medicine cures. Faith heals. Prayer restores. Have you experienced an unexplainable miracle? Do you have a family member who recovered against all odds? Share your testimony. Your story could be the hope someone needs who is on the verge of giving up. How many times have you wondered why some miracles only happen in families that keep ancestral customs, rituals of faith that seem simple but contain an invisible power? Maybe you've noticed there are homes where, despite poverty, there is always joy, health, and evil seems unable to find a way in. Or, on the contrary, families with money and education, but where sadness, sickness, or conflict never leave. Is it just luck, genetics, coincidence? Or could it be that there are ancient secrets the modern world has despised as superstition, when in reality they are spiritual keys? The Bible is full of passages where God uses what is small, forgotten, or foolish to confound the wise and manifest His glory. Hyssop to mark doors and save lives in Egypt, a widow's oil to break debt, mud on the eyes of the blind, the staff of Moses, Peter's shadow. Who would have thought a simple cup of soursop tea could be an instrument of miracles? But that's how God is. He delights in surprising those who believe. He doesn't seek great rituals or golden temples. He seeks simple hearts, willing hands, active faith, ready to try His goodness, even when reason says otherwise. Today I invite you to a challenge. For 7 days, do the soursop tea ritual, but do it differently. Do it intentionally. praying, declaring, cleaning your house, blessing your family, asking for guidance, healing, and protection. Don't treat it as routine or as superstition. Do it as a prophetic act. Write down each day how you feel. What you notice is different. What you dream, what changes in the atmosphere. Share your experience below so that thousands can learn and be encouraged. Faith grows when shared. Miracles multiply when celebrated in community. Imagine for a moment if 100, 1,000, 10,000 people took up this challenge together. Can you imagine the wave of miracles, restorations, and blessings we could unleash? Do it as a family. Invite your friends. Share this video with anyone who needs a change. Let your house become a beacon, an example, a living testimony of what God can do with what is simple. And if you have doubts, fears, or feel this is too good to be true, remember, in the Bible, unbelievers never saw miracles, only those who dared to believe, even with faith as small as a mustard seed. Are you going to just watch, or will you step into the challenge of the invisible? Write below, I accept the spiritual challenge of Soursop Tea. Let every letter be an act of faith, a key that opens doors, a sign to heaven, and a testimony to the earth. There are battles that can't be seen in the daylight. They begin when you turn off the light and the house falls silent. That's when dreams fill with shadows, when children become restless, when insomnia takes hold of the adults, when fear and anxiety wander the hallways like ghosts from the past. Has it happened to you that during certain seasons, the house feels heavy, dreams turn dark, nights become endless, and restful sleep never fully comes? It's no accident. There are seasons of spiritual warfare where the enemy looks for the most vulnerable entrance: sleep, the night, the tired mind, faith weakened by stress and routine. In many towns, for centuries, this phenomenon has been fought with both natural and spiritual weapons. Mothers would prepare soursop tea and give it to their children before bedtime, but they would also sprinkle the beds, doors, and windows with the same tea, praying aloud, "May the peace of God cover this home. May angels camp around those who sleep here. May no evil cross this threshold." Some will call it superstition, but ask those who have done it for years. You'll see that anxiety attacks decrease, nightmares disappear, children stop waking up screaming, adults wake up refreshed, and the atmosphere changes. The Bible foreshadows this. "In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety." Psalm 4:8. When you care for yourself with faith, prayer, and the power of nature, night ceases to be a battlefield and becomes a time of restoration. Try it. Before sleeping, prepare the tea. Bless your bed and your loved ones. Sprinkle the windows. Pray out loud. Write down your dreams. Observe the changes. Have you felt that the night is a battlefield? Have you found peace by doing this kind of ritual? Share it here. Your experience may give light to someone walking through darkness. Many believe that faith and spiritual weapons are only for women or older people. Nothing could be further from the truth. The power of simplicity, the protection of the home, the blessing activated by soursop tea is for the whole family. Fathers, children, grandparents, grandchildren, uncles, and even those who live alone. I have seen fathers who, even though they were never religious, became spiritual leaders for their children when adversity came to their home. They didn't know how to recite long prayers, but they dared to prepare the tea with faith, to declare blessing over the table, to play worship music instead of arguing. The result was surprising. The children began to ask questions, to get closer, to trust. New habits were formed, new traditions, new family altars. The family altar is not a table of gold or a pulpit. It is any place where the family gathers to believe, pray, share, and declare that God has the power to turn the everyday into a miracle. And what if every Sunday, instead of just running around or looking at your phone, you sat down with your family, prepared soursop tea, read a psalm, shared blessings and prayer requests, and sealed the week with faith and unity? Faith is not religion, it is relationship. It is building bridges between heaven and earth with what God has given you. Nature, prayer, the word, love. Do it this week and tell me below what changes. If you have children, grandchildren, or rebellious young people at home, invite them without forcing them, just suggest it. Sometimes the greatest healing happens when you least expect it, and through the simplest means. There's something many prefer not to face, but it's real and deep, the weight of family history. Have you ever wondered why certain patterns repeat in families, generation after generation? Chronic illnesses, persistent poverty, breakups, addiction, dreams that never come true, arguments that never end. Some call it bad luck or genetic, but the Bible calls it spiritual inheritance. In Exodus chapter 34, verse 7, we read that the consequences of sin can reach the third and fourth generation. It's not punishment, it's a warning. What isn't healed is repeated, but what is healed is blessed and multiplied. That's why the ancients did rituals of cleansing, not only physical but spiritual. Grandmothers didn't just wash the floor, they prayed while sweeping, sprinkled the doors with plant water, and prepared soursop tea to break invisible chain. The act of preparing the tea with faith as a family is not just for the body. It's for cleaning the past, cutting off what doesn't come from God, and sealing a new story for your children and grandchildren. Try this exercise. Take a notebook and write down the patterns you have seen in your family. Illnesses, fears, betrayals, losses, secrets. Ask your elders, listen to stories, recognize what needs to be healed. Pray with the soursop tea in hand. God, I give you my lineage. May all that does not come from you dry up and disappear like fallen leaves. May the blessing you promised reach 1,000 generations. Do you feel like you're fighting battles you didn't even start? Would you like to break cycles of pain and inherit only blessing? Leave your story, your request, your prayer here. This channel is an altar, and together we can activate a chain of faith greater than any dark inheritance. Imagine each person here breaks a curse and frees their family for new blessing. How many miracles could we celebrate together? Start today. Don't be afraid to look at the past if you have faith to change the future. The art of gratitude. Gratitude as the doorway to miracle. In today's world, it's easy to complain, rush, and forget the simplest thing. But both the Bible and science agree. Gratitude transforms the heart, the mind, and destiny. When you prepare Soursop tea, pause, look at the leaves, smell the aroma, listen to the bubbling of the boiling water, watch the light coming through the window. In that moment, instead of asking, start by giving thanks. Thank you, God, because today I have life. Thank you for nature. Thank you for what you've already healed, for what I still need to heal, for the visible miracles and those I haven't yet seen. Gratitude opens doors that complaining keeps closed. It's scientifically proven that grateful people sleep better, have less stress, heal faster, and enjoy life more. Spiritually, gratitude is like a golden key. Where there is gratitude, God dwells and the enemy flees. Turn each cup of tea into an altar of gratitude. Invite your family to share one thing they are grateful for each day, no matter how small. Make it a routine. Make it a culture. Do you have something to be thankful for today? Write it below. Make it public. Multiply the blessing. Sow gratitude, and you'll reap miracles. The battle of the mind, peace and healing in times of anxiety. We live in a time of constant noise, social networks, the news, daily problems, stress about the future. Millions struggle with anxiety, insomnia, racing thoughts, fear of failure, anguish over illness. Did you know that the Bible mentions the word peace more than 300 times? God knows how much we need it. Soursop tea has been used ancestrally as a calming agent, relaxant, a natural aid for better sleep and reduced anxiety. But its spiritual power is even greater. When taken while praying, declaring peace, placing in God's hands what you can't control, an inner miracle takes place. Try it. Before bed, prepare your tea, turn off your phone, light a candle if you can, play soft music, read Psalm 23 or 91, drink slowly, breathe deeply, Give your thoughts to God. You won't let me fall into anxiety because you are my shepherd. Today I rest in your peace. Many have shared here how this simple habit has changed their nights, healed their minds, restored their spirits. If you struggle with anxiety, don't be ashamed. You are human, and God knows your struggles. Make Soursop Tea your ally, and prayer your shield. Do you identify with this? Leave a comment. Ask for prayer. Support someone else with your testimony. The battle of the mind is won in community, not in isolation. From darkness to light, testimonies that break the silence. There are things that are not easily spoken. Shame, fear, doubt. But in every town, in every family, there are stories of miracles, of restoration, of coincidences that can only be called divine intervention. I know Rosa, a single mother, who lived with fear for years. Nightmares, strange noises, loneliness, her children's illnesses, until one day, an elderly woman in her neighborhood taught her how to prepare Soursop tea, but not just as a remedy, as a ritual of faith. The first night, Rosa prepared the tea, prayed in tears, and anointed every room of her house. That night, for the first time in years, her whole family slept in peace. The problems didn't disappear immediately, but the atmosphere changed. Little by little, their health improved, the finances stabilized, and smiles returned. Her testimony was contagious. Neighbors began to do the same, sharing prayers, recipes, and the neighborhood changed. Today, what started as a simple act is now a family tradition. Every time there's a crisis, Rosa prepares her tea, prays, gives thanks, and remembers that the miracle always begins with faith and in the small things. Do you have a testimony like this? Or do you need to hear one to encourage yourself? Leave your story here, read others, and be part of the wave of miracles that doesn't stop. We live in a time when everything seems to move faster. Children and young people grow up between screens, instant information, relentless noise, and an invisible pressure that, even though it's never named, is felt in every family conversation, in every distant look, in every sigh that seems to have no cause. Many parents wonder why their children are so restless, why they sleep poorly, why they get angry quickly, or why nothing seems to motivate them. Is it just rebellion? Is it just their age? Or maybe new generations carry emotional, spiritual, and social burdens that no schoolbook teaches how to heal. This is where the Soursop tea ritual acquires a new power. It's not just a remedy, it's a bridge. It unites parents and children, reconciles generations, opens the door to dialogue, and restores the spirituality of the home. Imagine any evening, you turn off the television, put away your phones, invite your children to the kitchen. Together, you wash the leaves, prepare the tea, pray, even if it's with awkward words or nervous laughter. And for a moment, time stops. In that shared silence, questions arise, hidden secrets, forgotten dreams. The tea becomes an excuse to talk about what matters, to embrace without fear, to ask forgiveness, to laugh or cry together. The Bible says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." Proverbs 22:6. That instruction isn't just about giving orders. It's about sharing life, faith, hope, and the customs that heal body, mind, and soul. Are your children far away? Do the ritual for them. Mention their names in every prayer. Bless them even if they can't hear you. Sprinkle their room with tea. Declare they will return, they will find peace, that no darkness will touch them. Are you young and find it hard to believe? Try it for just 1 week. Prepare the tea. Keep silent. Write down what you feel, even if you don't share it with anyone. Sometimes, the miracle happens inside first, in the heart, before it's seen on the outside. Do you want to see changes at home? Start the family altar with what's simple: tea, prayer, the word, real presence, without judging or forcing, just inviting. Do you dare to be a bridge of healing for your generation? Leave your message, ask for prayer, share your experience. Together, we can break the loneliness that modern life imposes and restore living faith at home, at the table, in everyday life. The power of forgiveness, deep healing in the heart. There are pains that cannot be cured with medicine, stored resentments, hurtful words, betrayals, absences, stories that never found closure. The body gets sick, but many times it's the soul that breaks first and then manifests in the physical. Soursop tea can help heal the body, but it can also be the beginning of a greater healing, that of the heart. Try this act of faith. Prepare the tea on any given day. Sit alone or with your family and recall what still hurts. Who do you need to forgive? What words or actions still wound you? Who do you need to ask forgiveness from, even if they're no longer here or won't speak to you? The Bible teaches that forgiveness sets free, heals, breaks invisible chains. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Luke 6:37. While you drink the tea, pray aloud or in silence. God, help me to let go of what I can no longer carry. Heal my heart, cleanse my home from resentments, restore broken relationships. May this tea be medicine for my soul and for my loved ones. Don't be afraid to cry, to feel, to open your soul. Deep healing starts in vulnerability. Would you like to ask for forgiveness, but don't know how? Has someone hurt you and you can't forget? Write it here. Share your burden. Let others pray for you. Because in community, faith multiplies and healing speeds up. The greatest miracle is sometimes the one no one sees. A heart beating in peace again. A family hugging again. A child coming back home. We live surrounded by words. News, criticism, rumors, gossip, judgments that sometimes stick to the soul like stains that are hard to remove. There are homes where arguments never stop, where one wrong word causes wounds that last for years, where nicknames and comparisons undermine self-esteem. The Bible warns about the power of the tongue. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Proverbs 18:21. That's why when you prepare Soursop tea, do it also as a verbal purification ritual. Declare that only words of life, love, and blessing will be spoken in your home. Take the challenge. For a week, along with the tea ritual, commit to not criticizing, not judging, not yelling. Bless your loved ones with your words. You are valuable, you are loved, you are strong, you are capable. Ask forgiveness if you fail. Thank others when they succeed. Support anyone who's having a bad day. Do it and watch the miracle. The environment changes. Arguments decrease. Love grows. Children open up. Friends get closer. Problems are faced with more strength. Is it hard for you to change how you speak? Or you hurt with words in your childhood or youth? Would you like to transform the verbal culture of your home? Share it here. Seek support. Ask for prayer. Share strategies. Every word counts. Every cup of Soursop tea prepared with faith and words of life can transform entire generation. The table of reconciliation, a final family ritual. Imagine your kitchen table. Think of all the moments lived there. Laughter, silence, anger, good news and bad, farewells and reunions. Maybe you remember someone who's no longer here, or maybe you dream of seeing someone who's far away. At that table, life leaves scars, but deep healing can also begin. Do this final Soursop tea ritual as an act of reconciliation. Prepare the tea, call your loved ones, sit down together without hurry, even if just for a few minutes. Pray together, give thanks together, forgive each other, laugh at silly things, talk about the serious stuff. Let the aroma of the tea and the prayer cleanse not just the air, but the memories. Every family has wounds, secrets, dreams left unfinished. It doesn't matter how you got here. Today you have the chance to start over, to restore what's broken, to sow love where there was resentment. Don't have your family close by. Do the ritual alone. Pray for them. Ask God for impossible reconciliation, for the call that never comes, the visit that's overdue, the healing of hardened hearts. God can bring together what distance and years have separated. Do you have unfinished business with someone? A word to say, a sorry you've held back, and I miss you stuck in your throat. Do it today. Write that letter, send that message, give that hug. You never know how many miracles can start at a table, with a cup of tea, with a sincere prayer. Tell me your story, your wish, your prayer here. May this community be the family that many have lost, the hug that's sometimes missing, the table where everyone has a seat. Feel the silence after the last cup. In that instant, your heart beats slower. Your mind reviews every word, every testimony, every promise, every hope planted. You have walked through real stories, through science and faith, through the living Bible and the secrets of the soul. Now you are not the same person who started this video. Something has changed, even if only in the invisible. Maybe a doubt turned into hope. Maybe a wound began to heal. Maybe a seed of faith was lit where before there was only fear. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe. Let the Spirit of God speak to you in the silence. Visualize your house, your family, your dreams, your struggles. Do you feel it? The peace that was missing, the light where there was shadow, the gentle whisper that you are not alone. In every home where Soursop Tea was prepared with faith, God is working. In every word of gratitude, God is present. In every forgiveness given, every hug, every message left here below, healing begins to flow like a new river. Today, the miracle is not just yours. It belongs to everyone. This community, this channel, is more than a digital space. It is an army of faith that is growing, a network of warriors who support each other, who get back up, who do not fear the future, because they walk hand in hand with God. Nothing ends here. Everything begins here. If you made it to the end, you are part of a collective miracle. If you felt something special, write it here. If you have a testimony, even a small one, share it, because for God, every miracle counts. If you have a prayer request, leave it below. Here we pray, here we believe, here we fight together. Do what algorithms can't stop. Share this video, tag someone, start a chain of faith. Subscribe, activate the bell. Check out the playlist of spiritual weapons. Come back every morning whenever you have doubts, whenever you need strength. And if one day the battle feels too heavy, come back to this video. Read it, listen to it, repeat the ritual, drink your cup of tea, and remember, you are not alone. Thousands are praying with you. This is where your day with God begins. Here, the miracle does not end. Here, the awakening begins. Before you go, one last promise. The greatest miracle happens when you dare to act. The world will change the day each one from their home, their kitchen, their heart, dares to believe, to forgive, to give thanks, and to share. Today, you are part of that revolution. Do not stop. Make faith go viral. Make love go viral. Make hope go viral. Leave your final comment. My day starts with God and ends with miracles. And get ready for the next video because the battle continues. Spiritual weapons are infinite and faith never rests. See you in the next battle. May God bless your home, your body, your soul, your generations. Blessing, strength, and miracles to you and to all you love.